Welcome back to MGP Monday? Question mark? I don't know what it's going to be. It's a blind sample type of day, though. It's day 15 of Bourbinsane Blind Whiskey Advent Calendar. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me so far on this journey. Had an amazing time. Hope you guys have too. And we got another blind sample today, and could be anything in the bar. Looking forward to it, as always. If you haven't already done it, like this video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Stick around to the end of this video for the question of the day, where you're going to get an entry into a bottle giveaway. Anything in my bar, and I'm honestly having second thoughts about the bottle. I may change it to something a little bit better, honestly. So you're going to want to make sure you get your entries. That's the whole point. So just do that, and we're going to have a lot of fun today. So I'm always excited to do this. This has been my favorite series so far I've probably ever done on the channel. I am missing live streams. I really am. Doing this, recording every day, editing every day, just the feedback from you guys, it's really been awesome. And I'm missing live stream, missing that community part of it too, because it's completely different when you do a live stream versus a video, more direct interaction with people. So hoping to get back to that sooner rather than later, and I hope you guys are looking forward to that too. So when I do, you'll be the first to know. Trust me, you'll be the first to know. But without further ado, let's get into day 15. As mentioned, this can be anything. Anything. And we got our sample right here. Has been a challenge, you know, as mentioned. This is a real challenge for me. Palate, nose, finish. Let's get every drop out of this. But I'll tell you what, this one here looks really nice. Looks really nice. This has got excellent viscosity in the glass. I can actually smell it coming off the Glen right here, even though it's not near my nose. So in my mind, that tells me it's something high proof. Don't know if that's true or not, of course, but in my mind, it tells me it's something high proof. It looks beautiful. Nice dark caramel color. Everything you want in a whiskey, man. Everything you want in a whiskey, it looks like in that glass right there. So, all right, let's go to the nose, guys. Happy day 15. We got a good one, folks. We got a good one. Sometimes you can just take one nose, one smell of something, and you're like, "Yep, this is it. It's that whiskey." Wow. So much depth in this. Extremely rich. There is definite rye spice in here too. I don't know if it's a rye whiskey necessarily. If it is, I think it's probably a super old rye whiskey. That's what it seems like, a super old, because that oak is coming through, that creamy oak, sweet oak that you love in aged expressions. But this has got almost like reduced fresh fruits. Think of like an apple pie that you're cooking down that fruit first. Do you do that? I don't really bake. Do you cook down apples? Like making applesauce. Think about you're making applesauce and you're putting cinnamon in it. You cook down those apples and then you add the cinnamon afterwards. It gives you all that right there. And there is some actual nuttiness coming through on this too. Like this immediately makes me think of a caramel apple with, you know, the nuts on top. Oh, man. I want to drink this so bad, but I also don't want to stop sipping this, or sniffing this. Sipping also, maybe. We'll see. I'm just waiting on one of these days, like I'm going to be describing a whiskey like this, then all of a sudden it's going to be like Old Crow. Or some bottom shelf terrible bourbon. And I'm going to have no idea, and I'll just, you know, that's okay though. If it is, then I'll be glad I either got a honey bottle or I can just spend $10 a bottle instead of 100, you know? So, all right, let's go to the palate, guys. Cheers. Happy Monday. Wow. Do I have a whiskey that good at open in my bar? I don't know if I do. I'm going to have to do some serious thinking. I mean, I have like William LaRue Eller open. That's my big boy bottle. But this doesn't taste like that. I'm not getting wheated mash bill vibes. The age definitely matches up, though. I could see this being a 10 to 15 year bourbon easily just on one sip. You can just tell with the different layers. Like in your mouth, you get layers of notes, which is not normal. Like if you're drinking a bottom shelf bourbon or whiskey, you'll get like that toasted oak and some caramel vanilla, and it'll just wash over your palate. This is like layers of notes. So the caramel hits first, then you get like a whipped vanilla, then you get a toasted oak that kicks in, then the rye spice hits the middle of the palate. Like, you can just feel that journey. It's a different whiskey. It's a different experience, completely. Oh, that nose. There's definitely some spearmint in there. I mean, there's definitely some rye. That rye spice pepperiness. But, like I said, I think this is old. Something. If it's a rye whiskey, it's an older rye whiskey because I'm not getting the bite. The rye bite that I get in older rye expressions, it's mellowed out. That peppery note, those, you know, kind of bitter orange peel, lemon peel, it's all mellowed. Much more mellowed, much more creamy, well-rounded. This is very creamy. And I don't know if this is bourbon or rye, honestly. This is a tough one for me. Because I am getting a big rye influence. I really am. Trying to think of what else gives me that kind of spearmint rye note. Green River, I always get a big spearmint note in. But I don't think I have any Green River that's that old. Like, I don't think I have anything. Actually, I just got an Evernorth Essence single barrel pick. I haven't opened it yet, though. So I just got that literally like 2 days ago. So that's Green River 8-year. So I haven't had it yet, but that could be potentially something like this. Excited to get into that one. Banger. Straight banger. That whiskey is amazing. That whiskey is amazing. I don't want to stop sipping that. What I love about whiskey... No, what I was going to say is what I love about whiskey is like after they're gone. You know, you smell that glass. There's still some left in here, but let's say this was all gone. You smell that glass, and it just smells like a rickhouse. It takes me back to whatever distillery that is, their rickhouse. I have Weller. I finished my Weller. I smell that. It's literally like I'm standing in Buffalo Trace Rickhouse. I had a huge nostalgic experience with that at Wild Turkey when I went and visited Wild Turkey. Because like I said a couple videos ago, that's probably the whiskey I've had the most experience with in all my years in whiskey. And I finish a glass, and I can just sit there and sniff the Glen all day. Try it sometime, guys. If you've never done that, try it. You won't regret it. It's amazing. So much more oak comes out, and it's amazing. Let's go one more sip here, guys. Just phenomenal. Just a phenomenal whiskey, honestly. You know, it takes a lot for me to say that's like one of the best things I've probably ever had. And I think that probably was like maybe a top 10. I mean, I've tried some really, really good stuff over the years, but that's a really good whiskey. Tell me this isn't going to be like Old Granddad 100. No. There's no way. This is going to be extremely hard for our guesses today. This has got to be old. I'm going 12 years on this. I think it's at least 10 to 12 years, maybe more. It's hot proof because of that mouthfeel, that finish, that journey that it takes your palate on. 112. I'm going to say 56 ABV, so 112 proof is what I'm going with. Because it's not, I don't think it's super hot, like it's not killing my palate like some of the Jack Daniel's barrel proof picks do. Distillery, I don't think it's MGP like I said in the beginning. Ah, man. So hard. It smells so good. I don't know. I'm getting a lot of rye, man. I don't know if this is a rye. I think it's still a bourbon because of that sweetness I was describing. It's got to be a bourbon, but what though, you know? I don't know. Distillery, I got another question mark because I don't know. So we're going to have to wait and see. I don't know. I don't have a guess in Distillery, but I know it's really, really good. Like I said, I don't think it's William LaRue Weller. So, because that is probably the best whiskey I've ever had. I would hope I would recognize that. But this is really good too. So let's find out. Okay, yes. Okay, so Four Roses limited edition small batch. That checks out because that is one of the probably top 10 bourbons best bourbons I've ever had. I have a bottle of that, so let me grab it. I mean, obviously I have a bottle. We're doing blind samples, so hang on. All right, we're back. This is actually 2019. 2019, can you believe that? 2019, and I still have this bottle open because this is what I do. I nurse these bottles. I nurse them so much because I know I'm never going to be able to get one of these again. Okay, we just talked about... Did we do a Four Roses? Yes, we did. We did a Four Roses single barrel pick not that long ago. Earlier in the month, you know? I could see the remnants of that with this, you know? These small batches selects, I've had a few other samples of different years, never full bottles again. But they're amazing. Amazing. Let me see if this says the specs on age and stuff. I'll have to look it up. I don't think it does. I can see they only put out about 1,300 bottles, though, so not much at all. I want to say this is a blend. I mean, it's small batch, obviously, so it's a blend, but I don't remember the ages. I want to say maybe a 16 was in here. This is long. I'll put it on the screen here for you, though, if I find it. But this stuff is good, and that explains that rye spice I was getting. So age, I said 10 to 12. I think it's older than that with the blends they use. Typically, these limited edition small batches are high age blends, like 15 years-ish or so. So, yeah, I said 56 ABV, though. This is, I mean, that was a damn good guess on my part. 56.3. 56.3 is what it actually is. So that's good. I mean, that's really good. I did good on that, but Distillery, I didn't know. I just know this is really good, and I can't wait to finish this glass and then smell that rickhouse after. Oh, baby. We got a good one today. We got a good one. Day 15 was a banger. Love it, man. Love it. It's great. Let's move on to our question of the day, though. I had one. Going to this video, I thought about it, and I was like, oh, let me ask that, and now I forgot. So I'm going to make it up on the spot. Question of the day today is, what is your favorite high-end or allocated bottle? I might have asked this earlier in the month. I don't remember. But if I did, who cares? Answer it again. Favorite allocated bottle. Favorite top shelf bottle, I think is what I asked earlier. Yeah, so what's your favorite allocated bottle? If there was one you could pick up, you have your choice of any bourbon out there and you could buy it at retail value, what would it be? That's what I want to hear. Tell me that down in the comments. And thank you guys so much for joining me on day 15. Tomorrow is Tuesday, day 16, which means we only have 8 days left till Christmas and we're done. But that's crazy. I can't believe it. But tell you what, had a great time. Thank you all for joining me. Hope you were able to sip along with this one, because if you have an open bottle of this stuff, you're not going to regret that. Stay insane, everyone.